Hello, guys. Nat Blue here with another episode of Nat News. News about stuff that I personally care about. So you might be wondering, why are you using this microphone like this? So I got a new microphone, but I also just bought a new camera. So let me know how the camera quality looks. I'm super excited about this. Until I get a better mount, though, my camera's at a weird distance. So I switched microphones to be able to, talk away from the desk a little bit. So to kick us off, Critical Role has announced that they are indeed working on a video game. This was teased last year by Travis Willingham, but they have officially come out and said they are working on a video game set in Exandria. So that is pretty exciting news for Critical Role fans. And honestly, just kind of exciting stuff. I love TTRPGs, so I'll probably be checking out the game when they come out with it. I'm assuming it will be a role playing game. They said that character decisions will matter, but they haven't said much else other than that. In other TTRPG news, Hero Forge launched a dice Kickstarter since the last time we talked. So you can get dice with different character busts, weapons, stuff along those lines. And honestly, it looks pretty sick. They are 3D printed dice. So I don't know how you guys feel about that. I'm not sure how the weight would look for those. But I mean, they might still roll okay as long as it's not uneven. If they put too much in the bottom, then it might look a little weird. But hopefully they can balance them out pretty well. If not, they're still a pretty cool thing to put on shelves. Depending on the pricing of them, that might be a pretty solid option there too. Speaking of weight, this microphone is so heavy. We're going to switch hands for a moment because, like I said, microphone's a little bit heavy. So, in other news, Tokyo Ghoul will be coming to Dead by Daylight. So, Dead by Daylight is a horror game where one person gets to play a killer and they hunt down their friends. It looks like Tokyo Ghoul will be coming to the game by allowing you to play as Ken Kaneki, the titular ghoul in Tokyo. So, that is super exciting. Tokyo Ghoul is my favorite anime. Recently, I have learned that is not the public opinion. A lot of people don't like it. For instance, Trash Taste doesn't like it. I love Trash Taste. It's a great podcast. I don't watch every episode because 2 hours is a little long for my attention span. But they don't like Tokyo Ghoul. They said that the theme song carries most of the show. I think it's a solid show. I didn't know that people didn't like it. I'm not huge in the anime scene, so that kind of hurt my feelings when I learned that a lot of people don't like it, but specifically that Sea Dog VA doesn't like it because I like Sea Dog VA and that just disappointed me a little bit. In other news, I got rallies last night. People in the Midwest probably know what rallies is. To some people, it might be Checkers. They're the same company, just different names for their restaurants. I don't know how big the reach is, so people in other states might know what it is also. But a friend and I ordered some rallies last night at like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And I think that was our first mistake. They messed up our order. We were supposed to get 4 mozzarella sticks. We didn't get 4 mozzarella sticks. And I'm fine with that. I'm not really a person to complain about an order having a small mistake. But that's not where it ended. So my friend got some random ingredients on her spicy chicken sandwich, including pickles and tomatoes, which are 2 things that aren't supposed to be on the sandwich, but also 2 things that kind of soak into the bun. So if you don't like tomatoes and pickles, it can ruin a sandwich for you. The more egregious thing is I ordered a Baconzilla. So the Baconzilla is pretty much Rowley's version of the Baconator. So it's just a bacon cheeseburger. It's pretty much same formula as the Baconator. It's supposed to have 2 patties. They gave me 6 patties on this cheeseburger. 6. That's an insane number of patties. Way too much beef. I had to take some of them off just to try to eat the cheeseburger because it was so much to fit into my mouth. And then I tried to eat the patties that I had taken off after the fact because I don't like to waste food. This might be the worst quality beef I've ever eaten, and I will probably never have a cheeseburger from Rowley's ever again because of this one experience. I hated how this tasted. It was so bad. So, if anybody was curious about how my night went last night, weird order from Rowley's, honestly. Now, from there, I wanted to talk about Invincible Season 3. So, I just finished Invincible Season 3 a few days ago. The episode came out last week. And let me tell you, this is amazing television. I think Invincible is one of the best superhero TV shows. I love superhero media. I like a lot of the Marvel projects. I have not watched The Boys yet, but Invincible knocks it out of the park every time. Season 3, incredible. The things they did this season caught me off guard because I haven't read the comics for Invincible. I love comic books, but I haven't read a lot of stuff from Image Comics. So I was kind of caught off guard by a few things that happened this season. Some of them I was not caught enough off guard by because people spoiled them. So TikTok is the worst nightmare for anybody that wants to watch something that is very tightly based off of a comic book. So it's not interpreted from a comic book. A lot of this stuff just directly happens, including some of the dialogue is pulled directly from the comics. So it ruined the show for me a little bit. But the voice acting this season was incredible. Jeffrey Dean Morgan did an amazing job the last episode. I was incredibly impressed there. And then overall, the plot was just really good. Invincible Season 3 was incredible. I loved it. I don't want to go into spoilers, but if you guys want to talk more about specifics from Season 3, please leave a comment. Like I said, I think they took some pretty big swings. There was some pretty big plot twist there that I wasn't expecting as somebody who hasn't read the comic books. Now, speaking of TV shows, before I let you go here, I wanted to talk about Daredevil Born Again. We have had 3 episodes so far, and they have been great. Now, I watched the Escape Pod podcast. I understand Hat Guy doesn't like the first 2 episodes because of some character choices that have been made. I do think this show still pretty closely follows the Netflix show. It's not a one-to-one, obviously. They've made some changes. Some people say that Kingpin doesn't act like he does in the Netflix show. I think he's still pretty similar. Overall, though, I just love this show so far. I am super excited to see what they do with the villain going forward. He hasn't really been fully introduced yet. I'm excited to see Punisher into the show. And I'm excited to see what else they do with the main characters of Daredevil and Kingpin. I think there's some cool stuff coming that I'm really stoked about. And I'm just waiting to see what that is. So I'm a huge Daredevil fan. He's such a great superhero. He has an amazing Netflix show, but I'm excited to see a little bit more acrobatics from this Daredevil. I think that's something he was lacking in the show a little bit. I'm excited to see more courtroom scenes because I love when Daredevil gets to go in front of a court. And I'm excited to see more of Kingpin, possibly more of Bullseye. And I'm just super stoked about this show. I cannot say that enough. I think this is probably one of the better Marvel TV shows they've put out recently, but I am not in the opinion that the other ones have been bad. To clarify, I like a lot of the stuff Marvel's put out recently. I think sometimes they get more criticism than they deserve. Overall, I think they've been doing a great job. So that is not news for this week. I think this is probably going to be a shorter week, which is okay. I just wanted to take a moment to talk to all of you guys. Try out my new camera. Again, let me know in the comments how you feel about that. And just, vibe, I didn't upload a NatNews last week. I am sorry. I think sometimes the news for stuff that I'm interested in can be a little slow. I did want to talk a little bit about the Harry Potter casting, but I think it's a little bit too controversial at this moment, and I want to formulate my own thoughts on it before I talk to everybody else about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope the mic doesn't sound too bad. I hope the video looks good. If you have any comments about anything that I've said, anything that I might be missing news-wise, please leave a comment. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this or some TTRPG videos, which is what I'm trying to focus on right now. I do have Nat Blue Gaming now, so if you want to go check that out, it just has some of the gaming content I've done since I started doing YouTube. So I've been uploading older videos to that channel that fit that vibe a little bit better. The logo's slightly different. It's blue with black instead of black with blue. That is not a great way to describe it, but that's okay. So, other than that, please like this video if you did like the video. And until next time, guys, peace.